I'm Chief Doctor.
To applaud the coordinator and regional coordinator, especially today on I'll let them say thank you to the district, to the coordinator and regional coordinator, especially for those that travel from Lofa, Maryland, Sino, River Sebaso, those distant places to come. We sending them a dime. We want to applaud them. Y'all give yourself a round of applause. The report, some of them might not be as what we expect, but we accept it because there's the first of its kind. Okay? You are kind before and had this meeting?
No.
There's the first of its kind. For us to come and know what our problems are, to be able to discuss it and understand and know what our challenges are and know what the way forward, there's the first of its kind. Because of lack of full support and less donors are operating in Liberia. So most of the donors are restricted, they are operating on the restricted areas. So we have been finding it very difficult to get things working. Only Christian aid being given all lots of support, but it's in a limited manner. They will carry you little rice, 8 bags, 7 bags, and you have a 50 person, you have 200 person who will not be doing much. But we have to give them thanks. Because just for the mere fact that they remember us, whenever we call on them, they come, they get our tools for agriculture. And I want us to take the agriculture project very serious. Because if you look in Virginia, the people deal with corn cultivation. You go in Todi now, you will see that we are dealing with onions. If you go in Todi, we are dealing with onion and cassava. You go to Bomi is dealing with cassava. You go to Nima, Hogway also came from a distance. He's dealing with cassava. You go to Banga, a vocational school is now being established there, which they are doing very well. I think we have about 2 or 3 centers now that has a vocational school and that is operating. So we must give also ourselves a hand of applause. I'm not between now to next year before we can call the forum, and which will be bigger than this. We planned this forum to have had it in December. We decided to write letters, we came up with name, we came up with institutional name, to write letters to the institution to raise the funding, to have it in a courteous way. But to no avail, on the second day of the meeting, a new branch generator that we just bought 1,900, the engine blasted. Who caused it? Who did what? We don't know. It brought a complete shutdown on the entire thing that we were doing. And I said that when we decided that we were going to have this program, whether we go to Bensonville, that we are chosen to have it in Bensonville Time Hall, we are still going to have it here. So that the next time we do it on the present one to do it better. But I will not allow it to pass. So I wanted to see how the strikers defeated. That how I organized it, and I decided I was not going to set up a committee, because the moment I set a committee, on the first day, the second day the committee were, the third day generator, new branch generator engine blasted. So I am saying that this is not the last time that we're going to be having this. And I want us to hold the agriculture project very strong. Because I don't want us to think and listen to all the challenges in government. That government is going to be able to give us rest by bed. That we're going to be all over Liberia. That government is going to be able to give us all our supply, our operational fund. That we're not even receiving at the highest level. To take it to all the countries. We're being misleading ourselves. We are presently planting onion and cassava, the purple onion. And now we are going to be cultivating the swamp to plant a 3 months rice. So that by between now to next year, by this time, we'll be telling group of 77 we got some rest on the farm to distribute to yourself. So we are members and leadership of group of 77 through the administrations of Madam Wefa FCFR in person of me. We must hold together and work hard in making sure that people will see us at a different level. We gotta do away with the dependency syndrome. We gotta do away with we going to school and learning, allowing people to use our mind against ourselves. They say what people like to listen to people driving them around. You want to rest on it, but that's somebody call you and tell you your ear, the negative thing they'll tell you, put it inside your rating. You have read a very fun thing, then you swim a negative into it to destroy the beautiful work you have done. You gotta drive out of it. And sit down and say, look, what can we do so that people will see us as different people in the disabled community and people of group of 77? What can we do? Can we set and come up with a program? Yes. We have a 2-year strategist action plan that been presented to the Chinese embassy. It been presented to the FAO. It been presented to the African Development Bank, and through the African Development Bank, we are qualified to sell to the CEPET, and CEPET work with us through the RRTA, and we are given a career machine free of charge. Was in Tony. So once you are doing good on your agriculture project, we can also do a proposal for you to receive such a support. And an agriculture project, why we get $250 to each center, it was because we wanted you to use the $250 US to put into the feed. Whatever you generate from there, you turn the revolving fund and put it back into the feed. By the time we're talking about 2 years from now, you are stronger enough not to even come for shit. You are stronger enough not to ask for faith. You are stronger enough not to ask for anything that you need to use for your office. Other people were able to do the first planning, it was not fine. But they went back and did the second planning. We're totally be involved. We're able to generate and harvest 1 kitchen of corn in Todi. Right now we are planning 400 tons of onions. And the list is supporting us to pay the workers on the field, to buy tools and seeds. Regional Agriculture Owner 7 gave us some tools, cassava seeding and onion seeding, which we are doing very well with. The Vice President of it gave us seed rights, 3 months to harvest. Everybody had to go back and ask for swamp in the country so that they'll be able to cultivate it and plant their own rice. That you'll not be waiting for the headquarters to send you rice. Right now, government is going to pay for 200 bags. And the people that was distributing rice in Monrovia, in Central Monrovia, is about 400 persons, excluding lower Monserrado and upper Monserrado. We was extending our distribution outside Monserrado, but we stopped because our budgetary support have dropped. So we are only getting rice that been paid for in the new budget year for 4 months. And the 4-month rice is only 200 bags per month. Some disabled, disgruntled disabled, came here and bust into the warehouse, writing around and begging for small rice, and they brought a little rice. Place it in the warehouse. Whenever it grows 2-3 months, the vice president add to it will distribute how we have been carrying the whole year, the whole 2 years. There have been difficult, there have been challenges here. They came and broke into the warehouse and take away 10 bags. So it took some serious measure against them to punish them. So they have been using the leg by son to write on the website and say and write all the negative things about the administrations. So I'm urging us as people with disability to get out of rivalry, to get out of fighting mood, to come together, to discuss our issue on the table, to find a way forward, to be able to address our issues right in our office. Maybe we may not be able to address all your needs, but the little we can do, accept it and work with it. And let's see the way forward. And we begin working together in the direction of the program of agriculture. I'm telling you, the able people will come here to buy from us. We have been able to locate the place that our bear is being produced in Liberia. And we put in for bear that will be STEM with the disabled STEM group of 77. And when we start producing our Gary, you'll see in the market, group of 77 disabled Gary. You know what promotion is that for you? It's going to be giving you a new face. It's going to be giving you an applause. Nobody will look at you like someone that's going off for the hand up. I want to take this time to also applaud a lot of the disabled that are going to college, like Samuel David and others, Waka Yang, Jeremiah. A lot of disabled are going to college, and a lot of Victor Wilson, let me hear from me to look at his face. Victor Wilson, who is in TC, and Samuel David, who just completed and got a BSc. And I'm saying to you that you can be like us. Wake up when the slumber and stand. Fight and achieve. We want you to be able to speak and say, look, under the watch of Madam Wefa FCFR, we were able to bring up this to this level. We were able to transform our own life to the point. We were able to see the changes in the growth of Group of 77. Group of 77 were never in the Southeast. Group of 77 is presently in the Southeast now, operating in all the counties in the Southeast. As you can see, Chef Davis, for Sino, the visually impairment that you see sitting there with the dark shades, in the dark clothes. He is the Sino coordinator.
Yes, sir.
He is operating sounded very effectively. And I am saying to you that as you see Victor Wilson with a hat, he comes from Maryland. He's making sure that Group of 77 president is there in Maryland. As you see Alpha Male president here, he comes from Bomi County. The office is erected there. Bomi County is operating effectively. As you see, in this hall, we are our regional coordinator, Harris Moe, Mr. Shafa Giller, Jeremiah Kopo, Mr. Mama Bija. As you can see, Peter Jimmy from Basel, Harry Goudwa from Norfolk. As you can see, Moses from Bon County. You see, Pogbe, Zauro from Nima County. They are all travel here. Quanto Weber from Toby, who are present here. I can tell you that their house is a full house. Our people are here for and ready to have a new agenda to take back on base to make sure that Group of 77 is improved. Thank you.
Have the introduction of the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia by introduce yourself and the counties you represent, then followed by the county coordinators. Introduce yourself and the county you represent.
Regional Coordinator, Region 2, controlling of 4 counties, namely Bom County, Bapolu County, Grand Kemon County, and Magabi County. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And where are coordinators?
They are here.
So let us stand up one time. I just want to see their faces. Yeah. Where the Bomi County coordinator?
Yeah, Alpha Mali.
Alpha Male, okay. Bapolu.
Bapolu is not here.
Sounds yeah. Magibi. Magibi, Momo Bono. Okay, thank you. So that bombing Babolo and Makibi. Okay.
Yeah, present.
Cape Man, who got Cape Man?
Cape Man, James Kelwood is not here.
Okay, but he honor you?
Yeah.
Okay, you got 4 counties.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next coordinator.
Mr. Harris B. Smoke.
Another one, Siafa.
Yellow.
No, I just want to see the.
Good morning.
Mommy.
My name is Shafa Kilo. I'm the regional coordinator for Nimba, Paso, Nimba, Paso, Riverses, and Bond counties.
Okay, Basa, Nima County coordinator.
Nima.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Limba County. Where Basa?
Yes.
Where Basa? Where Mr. Jimmy?
Yeah, man.
Okay, thank you, sir. This around everybody. Basa, Riverses.
Yes. George Soccer.
Riverses, okay, and then Bond County.
Yeah. Moses T. Topa.
Thank you. Then the next, Monserrado County.
Yes.
Yeah, Momo, SB, Jar.
SBJ.
Okay, why are you responsibility?
I mean, Monserrado, Greater Monserrado. Upper Monserrado, that is Virginia. And 2D, lower Monserrado, 2D.
All right. And then I see one Mandela Chipley. Okay, so he responsible for who? River G, Grand Chida, and Grand Crew. Any other coordinators here? No. River G not here? No. Grand Chida not here? No. Grand Crew? No. Okay. And then Harris Smoke. Asta.
My name is Pastor Harris Smoke, the regional coordinator for Region 4. That comprises of Lofa County, Maryland,
Where Lofa?
Yeah.
Maryland, Crown Crew.
Maryland? What your names we are?
Victor.
Okay, then Grand Crew, where the Grand Crew? Okay. All right. Thank you. I just wanted to get an idea.
The Sano.
Oh, okay, sign up for it. Where's sign up for it? Thank you.
Welcome, Mr. T.
Taking over from the point of February, I have been able to work with the directive of the Vice President, being a developmental-oriented person, looking at the program and seeing that the program was only to control in Monserrado and not outside and be effective. Sent us around the country to carry on enumerations. And after the enumeration process and the report was submitted, we were given a responsibility to go and make sure that we decentralize the program. The Group of 77 programs have been decentralized.
Go ahead.
She went and lobbied with some good friends, Esther Ajayi, Mother Esther Ajayi, and she came and was able to donate some funding to our vehicle. We thought it wise that we could use the money to pay for some offices around the country and make sure that sambos are erected and coordinators are empowered with $250 United States dollars to get involved with agriculture initiative. And the coordinators have brought their reports on across our planet. And they harvest the first phase, who was corn. Most of them have their corn at their given counties and looking for a way for us to get it here. And we also harvest one kitchen of corn in Todi. And presently we are cultivating about 400,000 tons of onions along with cassava on our farm. Those are issues that we have been working along and achieving over the periods of time. Support has been given to us in full by the Vice President and her office.
PM, man.
For the past 2 years, It was difficult. It had been difficult for us to get budgetary support, but the vice president, Wigwe, have supported us with rights for supplies to the disabled. We are lobbying with Christian Aid. They have been able to give little. The Talking School give little. The separate programs have been working with us in giving us cassava seeding, onion seeding, tools. The last program that she is overseeing, she also talked to them. They have been able to come in and are giving us support to pay our workers on the farm and give us support on seeding and tools. The disabled members of the coordinators has been able to establish vocational school to some of the counties. Like Virginia has a vocational school that is operating. From the report and information we are gathered from there, they have been able to raise $200,000 and pay their own workers for out of the school. Banga School be able to raise some money and be able to revamp the tailoring section that they just established. And Bicano is doing well because they are enlarged their farm. Todi is working alongside with us, coordinating very well, and supervising the farm, making sure that people keep working on the farm. The regional coordinators have been doing monitoring, but they have complained on challenges on mobility. The coordinators themselves complain on mobility, and we have talked to them to hold on, that we can work and empower ourselves. And we work very hard in the agriculture sector. We'll be able to buy our own motorbikes, we'll be able to buy our own cars.
Be here, man.
We should not limit our capacities to government. Government will help, but government will not be able to do all. We have to see reason to get involved with the soil. The vice president has been able to make available seed rest to the group of subdivisions. We are that each disabled community in each county, we have to plan our rest. The rest is 3 months. So within 9 months' time, we have enough rest to distribute and plan. So you cannot be complaining why they're not giving us rights. Let us give ourselves rights. Let us start waiting for people to fish for us and give us fish. You not go out there fishing for ourselves. So the coordinators also have been concerned on how the office has not moved into the field in recent time, and I apologize to them that there have been a lot of huge challenges here, and everybody been listening to the radio. We're not holding anyone responsible. We're not even holding the government responsible, because every government has its own challenges. But we are saying that it's difficult to move forward when there are challenges into administration. And we will understand, because we form part of the administration and we form part of the leadership of this government. So we should also find the way forward. What is the way forward? The way forward is to get involved with the agriculture initiative, which is part of the Pro agenda. And that pillar that has to do with agriculture, we should get involved, and you should not say become disabled. You say that in wheelchair, this man has a palm plantation in Nima, so he can play here. So we have to get involved. We have to get involved. Then we'll be able to move our institution forward. Due to the decentralization, Group of 77 have made 100 and plus.
Be here. Thank you. Amanda.
Good morning to everybody. The office of the president, who has allowed us to provide oversight over this organization.
Thank you. Be here.
2020 is not only a new year, it begins a new decade. Any life things are counter intense, because you know when you get to 10 years old, people consider you not a baby now. When you get to 20, you're a young adult. When you get to 30, you should be settled in your career. When you get to 40, you should be experiencing growth and development. When you get to 50, you should be feeling accomplishing what you want to get. When you get to 60, that's time for rest. So everything is counted in decades. This new decade means we have to do new things. And nobody is unable. There are some disabilities. But it doesn't mean you're unable.
True.
You can have some people came from Maryland here, or from Lofa County, or from Grand Bassa. So you have some challenges, but it's not that you can't do anything for yourself. However the situation, I want to encourage you this morning. That's the real reason why I came. To say thank you first for picking up the challenge to begin to look at how you can make yourself capacitated. The regional coordinators, the county coordinators, everybody have been seized of this matter. I know there's some challenges here and there, but most people now realize if you plant pepper, say you can be poor. One bag of pepper coming from Guinea about $150 US. So if you got one lot somewhere, say you just plant pepper, ever since you plant pepper, you'll be poor. You'll not be poor. Because when you remain poor and people dictate how you think, how you live, then that's slavery now. And after 174 years as a nation, we shouldn't have anybody that's a slave. I have some disabled people that got master's degree. Some of them are expert IT people. There's a lot of expertise here. How can we utilize it for the benefit of our people? I think is where we are. And you know, there's one person in government, she's been here since Ellen Salita, Madam Mary Brock, who is a change agent, and she's one of my role models. Because everywhere she goes, changes will come there. So someone will tell me, they say, why you can't say Mary Brock? I said that one Mary Brock will be everywhere. But other people should see her as an example of what everybody can do if you have an opportunity. I don't want, after the 6 years that I'm vice president, that when people talk about the group of 77, we are where we pick it up in 2018. It will not be good. You have votes. You have children. You are part and parcel of the fabric of our country. You are decision makers. But the only way you can make a real decision is when you're asking nobody for nothing. Me when I'm campaigning, and I go to a place where they're asking me for nothing, I feel like it really worry me. Yeah. Because when they finish voting at me, you owe them. But if people come, they pay you rights, they pay you different things, they put things, you don't have any value. Only election time they will come. I hope as we are going towards this period as an electoral period, we'll think carefully. We want national leaders who will sacrifice themselves for country. That's what we're looking for. And the place where the decisions are made is in the national legislature. What kind of budget you get? Who pay what? Who got what? Everything in the national legislature. We tried over the past 7 years during the Ellen Salif tenure to make sure that we got seats for people, including people with disability. You all heard me talking on the radio? Yeah. I talked there, I got tired. Bianca came there, other people came to talk to people in the end. Even though there's a law that says people living with disability must have 3 seats, nobody has done anything about that law yet. You think if you have people in the legislature that come from your grouping, you will not ask for more? You will ask for more. But sometimes when you talk about the needs of people who are disadvantaged, people think it's a joke. In the end, what we started all working and praying for never came to pass. What does it mean? I did that question with you.
Thank you.
I told the women in Liberia that we put forth our position. We campaigned for 7 years. In the end, they said, let them leave it. We'll put it in a constitution. So we said, we'll not leave the disabled people out. It will be women, young people, and people with disability. That whole thing fell down the table. And I was really disappointed, let me say so. Because we had already agreed. Somehow people say, well, not important. If you hear people talking about what will be in the referendum, nothing like that inside. So when you electing your people this year, and disabled people got serious votes across our country. How we utilize the votes that we have to make sure the people who are there will seek our interests. Again, left for y'all. I always say to people, any mother in a home know which child can lie, which child can steal, which child lazy, which child strong, which child got future. The mother will know all the children. So when something happen in the home, she'll say, no, they person here, the other thing that they person did it. I hope by now you know all of us. Because you've been here for a long time. We stay under Madam leave for 12 years. Our government now starting 2 years. It's our 3rd year. But now we're supposed to know each other. So if somebody who Joao Taylor can't tell the truth, when she comes to talk to you, you're supposed to be saying, you're okay. We know you can't tell the truth. We're not giving you our food. Simple.
Jaja, tira jaja. 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 Mana tira jaja. 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 Tira jaja. Jaja.
Benya for 15 come to one bed. Benya for stand one and they call it up making more money. Benya.
And one thing the executive director forgot to state is that for the first time in the history of the Group of 77 coordinators are getting paid across the country. Small money. Because I'm a witness. And this is what government is supposed to do. Government is supposed to provide for everybody. Those who are stranded, those who are disadvantaged. Small thing, everybody will not get equal. But at least let some people get some things that they can strengthen themselves to be able to work. And I think that's a very good change. I want to encourage you all on the agriculture sector. Because I don't care whether you rich or whether you poor, every day somebody got to eat. Even if you're on the street, get a bread and what is the name? Soft drink, or bread and mayonnaise, somebody got to eat something. So if you plant, you can't lose. I would like to close the executive director with an instruction and a mandate, really, to begin to visit the counties and negotiate some land. Because they got public land in each county. Yes. It has 50 acres of land so we can put in the name of the disability groups there. Yes. We plant palm, we plant coffee, we plant cocoa. In 3 years, we'll not be looking for government money, sir. Then that farm now becomes what the disability groupings will use to strengthen themselves, build their houses. We must just be equal at all. You get $5, everybody get it equal, so there will be no confusion. But once you own that land and you can plant, we'll look for seeds, we'll look for fertilizer, we'll look for, shovels and things. But this year, before we close this year, by June 30th, I want land in each of the counties, even at 25 acres of land for the group of 77. So my executive director,
thank you, Mama.
Go and negotiate with the superintendents and talk to them. They're free land all over the country, the whole country that forest. They might not get all land 5 places too because nobody can walk there. They got places all over the place. Try and get land in places that are easy to access, because if you go give me land way somewhere to some road where no road, then I can't do nothing with it. And me when I'm passing in the counties, I want to stop and see what people doing. They don't want to go far place. So please, that your mandate for any of June 30th, 2020, I want 15 tribal certificates that we can process that land.
Who says so? Our mother, Madam Joa Howard Taylor.
Because when you see disabled people in other countries and we haven't been able to get any kind of training outside, the Chinese ambassador, I want to thank him so much for his support to the group of 77. We have been working on how we can get some of our people to go to China and see what their friends are doing. Because it will open your eyes that you will know anything can happen. The land business is the most important thing ever in our history as Group of 77. If the coordinators, regional and counties can work together, we don't have a 200 acre, we not get it, but we can get some kind of 20 or 30 acre set. We place something there. In a year, we'll not be talking to you. Because the money will stay right in our county to do the work. Whatever you want to build your building, me, I'm looking for that money. I want it to be strengthening you also, at least my stress can come down. Yeah. Because when you are empowered, I got to go be begging people for rice every month, or begging for this, or begging for that. It's not supposed to be like that. But it can only stop if the organization is strengthened. Sure. So I want to thank you this morning, those who have come. Those who didn't come and the county coordinators are here. Take the message. They'll start organizing that land. So by the time we get into August or September, the next year, we can now start seeing Grand Cape Man say that was 1 year. Grand Cape Man got a serious facility already. The Obasanjo farm. All we need to do, they've been looking for people to grow a particular corn so they can feed the chickens. Nobody in Cape Man want to wait. So the Cape Man people farm land there, they farm there at Obasanjo farm, because you can't go far to be doing the thing. You farm land there near there. Because when you get it, when you plant it, the people buy it right there. No stress. And corn, it doesn't take a long time for corn to develop and grow. So Cape Man won't easy. Even palm, if you get small, you can put palm on it. The palm factory right in Cape Man and Bomi. Yeah. So let's look for the industries that are around those places. So that when you plant something, and I want 3 crops, because I want that 20, 30, 40 years. If you plant rubber, if you plant coffee, you plant palm, all the things that are 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. So 3 years of struggle, but after that, you have victory. That you not need to call to headquarters to do anything. That way when people come into the country, they say, okay, we'll come and negotiate with you. You already made. When you can feel yourself, nobody can tell you anything. No. It won't be them. Let's do the thing, or it went to the poor, not help us. Yeah. All I need to get. So, me myself, I was not doing farm. No, man, I leave army one day. Senator Taylor, where you farm? I said, oh, Madam President, I'm doing people farming. She laughed, so I was confused. She said, why you mean people farming? I said, I'm sending poor children to school all over the country. She said, I want Cuba when you get old, who will come to you? And that question really hit my heart. And that's the truth. Sometimes you will have children say they will not look back. When you got a little small farm, there are 2-3 times every month, you'll be okay. You'll not be a beggar. Me, I'm already here to beg people. But sometimes we're forced to do it to get our aims of coming, but we have to have a plan. And so I want to encourage you that as you go back, you'll get our land thing set up. Then just get the travel certificate for it. Once you get the travel certificate, you bring it down. We'll send it to the land commission. They will take their time. They will go across the country. They will go. They will do all the deeds, so the deed in your name. That way you know when you're doing something, you know what you're doing there for you. Which will be the only way I can empower you. Once you get the land set up, we'll do all the deeds. Then we'll start planting. Before we go to 2023, people will start making their own money. So nobody can tell you, say, oh, let's say rest for the group of 77. No. When they come to you, the thing you got on that what you ask for, you'll not be asking for rest. No. Maybe you need some machines. Maybe you need big trucks to carry your produce up and down. Yes. That's what the BB team will be asking for. We'll not be asking for bring a few bag of rest. The bag of resting got to stop. Because it keeps you enslaved. If somebody want to help you, they say they should teach you how to what? Fish. The man can bring you fish every day. When they bring you fish every day, you become a slave. Yes. And like your friend said, disability is not inability. That you too can become able. And once you get that small money in your pocket, nobody can tell you nothing. We have heard a complaint about the motorbikes. I will not make any promises. I will see what can be done. Okay.
Who says so?
And God will help us. Thank you. As we move forward. So those who are coordinators for counties, you got serious work.
Challenge.
Because you are the ones who will hold responsible for the bringing of the travel certificate. God will work here. God bring the travel certificate. We will process it and then we'll start. Okay. So that in 2022, 2023, when the new campaign starts, I will come to you and then we know that we got men They are interested in building their countries, interested in building their lives, interested in taking care of their children. The way I can be so broken when I see this able people roaming all around. It shouldn't be like that. Their players supposed to be only headquarters where the office staff will be. Each county should have their 1 or 2 room place. They got their training place. They got their little small guest house. When people can stay there, they pay you. They're paying where they make money.
Sure. Yeah.
Tie breaks alone, then you bring cement will do it. That's the kind of thing I want you to do this year. So let this year be the year of finding the land. Before the end of this year, we hope that God will help us. We have process all of those deeds. We start working in 2021. It is possible with your strength, with your faith, with your hope, with your courage. All things are possible.
Amen. Yes.
So, Madam Executive Director, I want to thank you for during this very difficult time, maintaining the peace and stability of the Group of 77. Let's see how we can get some produce to the market to sell, let the money go back so they can turn it over, so they don't get discouraged. Because when the people get discouraged, then they won't be able to do what they need to do. So I want to thank you. I brought small rice and I'm paying the Bali, the coordinators, and for the county people. There are 25 bags of rice we'll leave here for you as you go back to carry to your people. See what is possible. And I sure want to get on the ground. We encourage other people to tell them if you all do the thing, it helping y'all and not helping me. I will not have to send me rice. Yeah, I will not have to send me rice. I just want to see. When you're ready to sell, I want to see the money you're making. When you're finished selling, I want to know what you're doing with the money. That's my only job. Yeah. Yes. Because it will help you. And if you see a situation where somebody is faithful, God says if you are faithful in little things, He will expand it. So those who will take it very serious in their counties, you will be surprised. The day I come into Grand Bazaar, I meet still will come with me. I say, yeah, the Group of 77, yeah, they what they have done, they what they need. That's my only wife. Then they will be forced to help you when I go to Cape Man because that's what the social corporate responsibility is. Then you lay in our country, you're doing something, help those who cannot help themselves. So the penalty coming in the pipeline. We pray by the grace of the Almighty God that you will give us free passage, you will give us security to move around. Heavenly security, because you can't depend on men. The Bible says if God doesn't watch the horse, I just wanted to come and see the faces and to greet you and to tell you that there is much more ahead. I just ask that you all pray. And you all pray that God will help us, that the plans we are talking about today will come to pass speedily, the Bible says. Because sometimes the devil can delay some things. So there will be no delay in our ranks. And God will help us. Just make sure we are in the age of transparency and accountability. Who say every job in got small thing? Now say some people taking pay, other people not taking pay. So there's small thing coming. Stand up strong, put your records in order, make sure things are done correctly so that when I come, we'll add on to what you're doing. In Jesus' name, we
want to thank our
But now here we are. And the way we position ourselves, that is how people take us to be. So at this time, I'm asking people with disability to at least shift your hustle, for your hustle. You shift your hustle to a positive dimension that will lead you to something very positive. As if we sit as we are, we want to wake up as we are. So it will be very much fine that we that have gotten education or that are in the process of being educated should continue.
Say that again.
In this light, Honorable Vice President, you have done 100% in a sense.
Yeah, man.
You have done 100% in a sense, and I will appreciate that in a humble and manner that you break the scale by adding 110. Can we say amen? Honorable Director, we are begging your good office. Many of us have traveled very long distances and to commute to where we are today. We credited from people and with the plan of paying back. And some of us are volunteers and some of us are on permanent salary. We are asking your office to add a 110% as per the much that you have done for us to at least help us with transportation, Honorable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The executive director has already raised that issue with me. I'm trying to resolve it. But I want you to do something for me. I think over the next 12 months, we arrange some of the meetings. Everybody will not come to Maria every time. So maybe sometime the regional meeting will be in Grand Bassa. So everybody can get to see what their friend is doing too. So the rotational meeting, every time you get paid, you put $10 somewhere. Because we shouldn't be crediting. If we see right now, we can't credit the money. You know, every 3 months there will be a meeting somewhere. Either here or in Sino or somewhere. Every month. That's why I say me you come by now. Every month you keep $10. So when it's time to come to the meeting, you pay away to come, they will pay away back. Hey, fair? Yeah. So we're not talking again. You agree? May I be excused?
That's good. Yeah, we got this on. We got this on, that's it.
For the teachers, to tell them thank you.
Wow.
Some of the other issues, we're really trying to find a new building so the church will be free. And the building we are trying to find, what kind of building keep my name? I just lost track. We'll try to see what could be done. I think they need very good more space. Yes. I need to say thank you for the work. So one better life for the teachers. Looking for some of the other issues. If there's any other issue that they think about, just to another building, we should be in the office.
Nice stuff. Suggestion, our workers also helping us in that process to make sure things happen for the school. Yeah, our trains here for bringing some things to the children also through your group office. So thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.